So I'm just going to leave a picture of Thanos right here and just call this Squid Game 2 spoilers without context. Yeah, Thanos is in this, guys. Bet you didn't know that. So welcome to this better late than never review of Squid Game Season 2. I just wrapped up all the episodes. Yeah, sorry it took me this long to do that, by the way. But you know, life gets in the way sometimes. But I'm glad I finally got to sit through all these episodes one by one. There's only 7 of them as opposed to 9 from the excellent first season. So story, it's set 4 years after Sung-jae won the Squid Game, giving up on going to the United States, and he returns to the games with the intent of stopping them once and for all. So he once again dives into the Squid Games, starting another life or death contest with new participants, and they're all gathered to win the 45.6 billion won prize. Now look, when I watched the original Squid Game a couple of years back, that was so groundbreaking for a lot of people and so shocking. And for me, I loved that first season. And I think I said something along the lines of, there doesn't need to be a second season. Like, I could just be satisfied watching this first season and be totally done with it. I think I said something along the lines of, it would have been better as a mini-series. I don't know, let's roll back the footage. But you know what, guys? If this is all we get from Squid Game, I'm not opposed to that either, because the series did wrap up in a super cathartic way that I think will satisfy loads of audiences everywhere. And I think I figured out after all this time why I think it should have been a miniseries. Because if you do another season, the shock factor is completely gone. And the element of surprise when it comes to actually finding out that the Squid Game is life or death, yeah, you're kind of expecting it if you have another season. And lo and behold, I was expecting it. And lo and behold, Squid Game Season 2 does not retain any of the surprise aspect of the original Squid Game. But listen, I will hold my hand up and admit when I'm wrong, because I'm a fair man. Squid Game Season 2 was excellent. And the third and final season is actually going to be premiering on Netflix this summer. And I can't wait to fucking see what happens next to these guys. The performances are all freaking great. Jung-jae, phenomenal in this. Every single actor, every single performance, every single little thrilling thing. The production aspect of Squid Game 2, top notch. Everything is retained from the original Squid Game. It has a chock full of thrills and lots of fun. And the thing that I really do appreciate about this, like, it not only had the capability of proving me wrong, but it also has me hooked, and I really, really want to find out what happens next. That's what every great TV show should do, especially in this day and age of, okay, a whole season of something comes out and you can binge through all the episodes. They don't make TV like they used to. Everybody was so used to, back in the day, having to wait week by week to watch what episode comes next. But now all these streaming services are putting out entire seasons of episodes and you can just binge them. TV consumption really has changed over the past 2 decades or so. So I appreciate that Squid Game is at least keeping the audience hooked. Because I'm going to get into a brief spoiler. Squid Game Season 2 and Season 3 were filmed back to back. So Season 2 does end on a bit of a cliffhanger, and a big cliffhanger. And it's actually really kind of depressing what happens. It's so heartbreaking. Jung-jae, phenomenal at the end. It also brings up a lot of super compelling and captivating narratives that you haven't really seen done in a show like this. Like, how about the frontman from Season 1 actually participating in the Squid Games this time? Kind of manipulating the rest of the contestants into thinking that he's a good guy. But it turns out that he's been the frontman all along. And he's infiltrating his own games to brainwash these people and to keep playing. And you get some really captivating backstory with him aside from that. Wow. Lee Byung-hun, the actor, phenomenal in this as well. I can't wait to see where he goes into Season 3. And as a game show, so to speak, which is centered around playing children's games, and if you fail at these children's games, you are eliminated or killed. Yeah, it still retains a lot of the fun concepts that you get there. But I couldn't help but feel like I was very scared for a second that it was just going to be repetitive the whole way through. The first game they played was Red Light, Green Light, which was so iconic in that original season. But then the other 2 games are totally different. There's a 6-legged triathlon. There's a game called Mingle, which has a very impressive set piece. In addition to a catchy-ass theme song that I can't really get out of my head anymore. Man, I'd be dancing on that wheel like Thanos was. Should I talk about Thanos? Yeah, this this freaking character, he's a rapper who is in serious debt. He's promoting cryptocurrency and stuff like that. This actor plays it so freaking over the top. And when he eventually meets his demise, I mean, I kind of wanted it to be a bit more satisfying than it was, and the right person did end up killing Thanos, but still, I kind of wanted it to be like, ugh, like you just hate his freaking guts, but you can't help but enjoy his presence and just how freaking much he enjoys being in this. Of course, for someone who's named after a guy who is eliminating half of the universe, like, yeah, why wouldn't he enjoy this? And I know this is kind of a bit of a nitpick here. I will say this much about Squid Game Season 2. I was left with a lot more questions than there were answers. Now, this isn't necessarily a big problem because Season 3 is going to come out. This would only be a massive issue in hindsight if Season 3 does not answer these questions. Like, for example, in the excellent premiere episode, the guy who's in the suit trying to recruit people for the games, with a very interesting question of approaching homeless people. Are they going to pick the bread or are they going to pick the lotto ticket? Most of the homeless people pick the lotto ticket. But then when this guy in the suit, who Sung-geon is looking for, when they eventually do have their face-off, they play a game of Russian roulette. And he almost seems joyous in putting the gun to his own chin and shooting himself. Like, is there a cult-like mentality with these games? I don't know yet. But in hindsight, why the heck wouldn't he just run like hell? And also, why would the frontman so willingly put himself in harm's way in his own game? Because it's never really fully explained either that, oh, please do not kill me, because I'm the frontman, I'm the leader, okay? So please don't rig these games. And also, how in the heck did they get the tracker out of Sung-geon's tooth? Like, I don't know if that was ever really explained either. And I will also admit, the side plot where the mercenaries are trying to find the island and stop the games from the outside while Sung-geon is trying to stop them from the inside. Yeah, the mercenaries on the outside aren't nearly as interesting as what you see on the inside of the games. But again, still a rock-solid season, which still honestly feels like an incomplete narrative because we haven't seen Season 3 yet. And there's a lot of questions that still remain unanswered. And the problems will stand only if Season 3 does not answer those questions. But I have every confidence that the showrunners will eventually answer those questions once we get to that point. I'm blown away. Squid Game Season 2 proved me very wrong. I thought this was a very solid season of television, albeit feeling a bit repetitive at times, but still retaining the fun, thrilling aspect of what made Season 1 so great. I'm going to give Squid Game 2 a B+. If you have Netflix, if you watched that original Squid Game, if you haven't seen Season 2, please go out of your way to check it out. And let me know what you think. Do you guys think Season 3 is going to be filled with surprises? I love getting in front of this camera. I love talking all things entertainment with you guys. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Tap on that thumbs up as well. That would be a huge help, because we are getting so close to 2,000 subscribers, guys. I cannot wait to reveal a very special surprise for you guys once we get there. Y'all are the best. Thank you so much again for continuing your support of the channel. And with all that being said, Back Talk, commence.